Do you know what? I'm not even going to total the whole thing because I think it will make me cry. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Cheryl. If you're new, welcome to the C Squad. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for joining me again. Today we are back with another budget with me. If you're new here or you missed the last one, I have started a budgeting series where I recap my spending for the month and then budget out my money for the next month. So I will link down below in the description box my how I budget and save money video, as well as the budget with me for January. I've actually created a budget with me, or is it called finance? I've created a playlist and that is where I will hold all of these videos for the rest of the year. Just a quick disclaimer before we get into it, this video is not about bragging about my income or my spending. It is purely for educational purposes to help you guys with some money saving tips and also hold myself accountable to my financial goals that I set out in my 2022 vision board. Before we get into it, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out in the YouTube algorithm. And without further ado, let's get to it. So I'm actually going to change up the way I'm doing these videos. Last time it was me going through my budget at the same time with you guys. Now I've already gone through my transactions. I've just picked out some that I want to touch on and I'll pretty much just be summarizing my spending. So we start with my trip to Brighton. I posted my solo trip to Brighton video yesterday and basically I went to Brighton for Valentine's Day. Sussex ACS was hosting their annual Take Me Out event. For anybody who ever asks me,
Cheryl, why didn't you leave the house? Why didn't you leave the house?
This is why it is a little bit scary. So let's start off with accommodation. So I stayed overnight at a travel lodge. I've been going back and forth on whether I should share the price of my accommodation. But you know what? In an effort to be completely transparent about expenses when you're traveling and even taking just 24-hour trips, I'm just gonna tell you guys straight. So my hotel room was $79.99, almost 80 pounds. I also paid $3.99 for Wi-Fi for the full 24 hours. So yeah, then obviously I had to buy tickets for the events. There was the main Take Me Out event, which was £6, and then the after party was $11.37. So I added a total of almost £20 just for event tickets. Then we get into drinks. So in that video, I actually showed you guys a little trick that I did. A lot of you are younger than me, so you don't kind of like understand the stage I'm at in life. I went out almost every week for like 2 years. To be honest, the novelty has worn off. Like the novelty of going partying and drinking, it's not like how it used to be when I was younger, so I hardly ever drink. So what I did is I actually carried some alcohol from home. During Freshers Week, I had a bottle of apple sours that I never finished. For my 21st birthday, I had a bottle of Jaeger that I never finished. So I think that was a big help in terms of saving for pre's, because often with pre's, if you're buying a bottle, I think it's like 15 pounds. However, I still bought drinks at the club. Are you guys ready for this? I don't think you are. Okay. Drink number one, which was actually 2 shots. I think this was Ciroc, 8 pounds, 4 pounds per shot. Insane. Then I did have a drink, which I'm pretty sure was like a Bacardi and lemonade, and that was 10 pounds and 50p. And then I had another round of 2 shots, which was 8 pounds. On drinks alone, we are now at 26 pounds and 50p. This is why I don't leave my house, people. Leaving the house is expensive, and you guys are gonna have to watch way more ads for me to be able to go out. Then obviously I had to buy food, so I had tacos from Tortilla, and that was 6 pounds and 95p. Then I had dinner, which I didn't actually show you guys in the vlog because I was finished at the end of the night. That was 12 pounds and 80p. Do you know what? I'm not even going to total the whole thing because I think it will make me cry. Then lastly, I had transport costs. Luckily for me, my dad drove me to Brighton on the Monday, so I didn't have to pay for that that journey. But to make my way back home, my dad was at work, so I did have to pay for the train. That was £16. And also the buses that I took between campus and my hotel, that came up to £5.20. Here's the thing, even though the amounts sound absolutely crazy, it is stuff that I had already budgeted, and I did try and overestimate my budget just to factor in all of the different expenses. So when it came down to it, the money I had budgeted for Brighton, I was like off by £3. So I spent like £3 more than I anticipated. That just kind of shows you how you can really prepare for your expenses through your budget. Then we have my lovely subscriptions. So I have a Google Cloud payment that I make every month, which holds like my Google Workspace, my emails, and all of that, and that is £8.28. Then I also use a service called Epidemic Sound for the music in my videos. I am absolutely obsessed with the music that I used in that Brighton vlog. And in case you like my music, I always list down the names of the songs as well as the artists. I've been obsessed with King Sis at the moment. She has so many great songs that I use in my videos. I actually have a link in the description box for a 30-day free trial. My free trial expired and I didn't notice, and I got billed £10, but I realized it's cheaper and just better for me to pay for it annually, since I am going to be using it multiple times a month this year. It just makes sense. So I actually decided to change to the annual plan for £96. So since I got billed £10 in February, I'm gonna pay off the remaining amount for the annual plan in March, so that's gonna be £86. Then we've got shopping, you guys. I feel like I'm actually doing pretty well on shopping though. Like, I've taken my shopping budget way down because I don't shop as much as I used to, so that's really great. But if you watched the vlog, then you know I got a funky little like portable fan for the club because it's always hot in the club, as I said. I actually use this all the time. It is very handy. It's really cool because I can like put it on my phone and yeah, I think that's like one of the best purchases I've ever made. However, it was really expensive. It was £12.50. Then lastly on the shopping, I got a case from Casetify. If you guys don't know, I love Casetify. That is the only case I use on my phone. So I actually always link my cases once again down in the description box. Literally everything you need to know about me is in the description box. Like, it literally has everything. So I got this really cute case. So I will have my Casetify cases linked down below if you just want to check them out. Then as far as YouTube income, in my January budget with me, I did mention that I was hoping to get paid from YouTube. I have to meet a £60 threshold in order to be paid out. I actually received more money than I expected, so I got paid £79.29 from YouTube. Thank you guys for watching the ads. Really appreciate it. As you can see, it's expensive to make Brighton vlogs, so I appreciate it. So into some miscellaneous expenses. So one of you actually picked up in one of my vlogs from last year that I watched this YouTuber called Kendall Ray, and she does a lot of true crime stuff. I actually watch a lot of true crime YouTubers, and sometimes certain stories just really pull at my heartstrings, so I do like to make donations to GoFundMes when I can. So in February, I donated to the family of Brenda Lee Rolls. I donated $10, so that ended up being £7.37, and I paid a conversion fee of 22p. So to summarize, February was a pretty good month. As I said before, I had already anticipated all my expenses for Brighton, so I wasn't hit with anything that I was like, oh, I didn't plan for that, or I overspent in that area. Everything was within the budget. Just to show you how close to my budget I was, my budget as a whole was off by only £1.50. So I was a very good girl. I spent £1.50 more than I expected, but I think that is really good. And then we get into my favorite part, which is savings and investments. So in January, I wasn't able to save as much money as I wanted to, so I decided to make up for that this month, seeing as I had more income that came from YouTube and I was shopping a lot less, so things kind of like balanced out. So I did make a higher contribution to my savings to balance out the lower contribution I made in January. Then in the last video, I spoke to you guys about my investments. So if you want more details on that, then I recommend checking out that video. But basically, at the beginning of February, things were looking great. I was up 2 pounds and 22p. I was living life and I was living it happily. Then towards the end of the month, I was down almost 5 pounds, which I know doesn't sound like a lot, but it's like when you're seeing like the market do this, it's very scary. It is a very scary thing. And here's the thing, stocks are always gonna fluctuate and go up and down, and you're only really going to see progress in maybe like 5 years. So even though the market was going down, I still invested more money in it because I'm here for the long haul and I'm not gonna get scared and like take out all of my money. So I did buy a second share in the S&P 500 and that was 63 pounds. So now we budget for March. For anyone who cares, I have made changes to my budget categories. My categories before were shopping, food, maintenance, hair and nails, basically, going out, and miscellaneous. So now we still have the same as before. However, I've added a separate category for driving lessons. You guys watch my 2022 vision board. You know, one of the things I wanted to do this year was get into some driving lessons. So that is also its own separate category now. Then we have expenses. One of the major expenses is gonna be the cost of delivering the giveaway prizes. I did host a giveaway and there are 2 winners. So because I'm shipping these packages internationally, I went and checked prices on Royal Mail and I think I'll be spending around 50 pounds on the delivery. And I refuse to go out in March. Like, it's not happening. Like, it's not happening. Like, guys, let me just rant for 5 seconds. Here's the thing about the Brighton trip. I love the vlog. I love the way the vlog turned out. However, was the trip itself giving what it needed to give? The main event was okay. The night out was a little less than okay, really. So in terms of that, not really worth it. I don't really feel like going out and partying because it was expensive and it wasn't even that fun. So as far as I'm concerned, that Brighton trip was a work trip. In terms of getting the content that I wanted to get, I'm pleased. But anyway, that brings us to the end of this month's budget with me. I actually really love this series and I'm looking forward to the next one. Once again, I've linked the playlist down below so you guys can go and catch up on the previous videos if you haven't seen them. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to join the C Squad and hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload new videos. I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!